Is open. Question 1 is worth 10 points. Question: who is named in verse 4?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
John chapter 3, Nicodemus.
That is correct. Question 2 is worth 10 points. Question: the disciples went away again unto where as?
Red 2.
Interruption.
As recorded in John chapter 20, verse 10, there are none.
That is correct. Question 3 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question: why did who marvel according to?
Red 2.
Interruption.
According to John chapter 4, verse 26, marvel that Jesus talked with the woman, his disciples.
That is incorrect. This interrupted two-part question will be read for Washington without interruption. Question: why did who marvel according to John chapter 4, verse 27?
Yellow 1.
And upon this came his disciples, and marveled that he talked with the woman.
That is correct. Question 4, we're ready for. It's a quotation question worth 10 points. Question: one verse mentions coals.
Red 1.
Interruption.
Quote this verse. As soon then as they were come to land, they saw a fire of coals there, and fish laid thereon and bread.
That is correct. Question 5 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question: Moses gave you not what,
Red 2.
Interruption.
But my Father gave you what? According to John chapter 6, verse 32, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father gives you the true bread from heaven.
but? That is correct. Guess by Washington. All right, this contest is going to be granted, and per our new rule of late, we throw out the question and have a brand new one that's open to both teams. So in the old days, we'd close it as a granted contest with interruption, but now we get a new one and read it, so it's as if we're starting all over with question 5. Here is replacement question, or question 5. It is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question: verse 32 of John chapter 8 refers to ye doing.
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
What? And the truth doing what? And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free?
That is correct. Question 6 is a two-part question worth 10 points. Question: what was with God and what was?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
God, as recorded in John chapter 1, verse 1, the Word.
That is correct. Question 7 is worth 10 points. Question: Sychar was a city of where?
Red 2.
Samaria.
That is correct. Question 8 is worth 10 points. Question: John chapter 7 verse 38 speaks of whose belly?
Red 2.
He that believeth on me. You're referring to Jesus. As the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
That is correct. 9, it's a three-part question worth 20 points. Question: in the same verse, what is said about my joy? What is said about?
Yellow 2.
Interruption.
your joy. And what is this verse? These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you and that your joy might be full. John 15:11.
That is correct. Question 10 is a two-part question worth 20 points. Question, which verse of John chapter 20 says, what about?
Red 2,
Interruption.
It says, what about? A napkin. 20 verse 7. And the napkin that was about said, not lying with the wind closed, but wrapped together in a place by itself.
That is correct. Question 11 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question, quote the statement that follows this one. Therefore that
Red 2,
Interruption.
Therefore that disciple whom Jesus loved saith unto Peter, it is the Lord. Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he girded his fisher's coat unto him, for he was naked, and did cast himself into the sea.
That is correct. Question 12 is worth 20 points. Question, what is said about Moses in verse 5?
yellow 1,
Interruption.
Of John chapter 8. Now Moses and the law commanded us that they should be stoned, but what sayest thou?
That is correct. Question 13 is a cross-reference four-part question worth 20 points. Question, others said what in which verse of John chapter?
red 2,
Interruption.
In which verse of John chapter 7? And others said what in which verse of John chapter
That is incorrect. This interrupted cross-reference four-part question will be reread for Washington without interruption. Question, others said what in which verse of John chapter 7? And others said what in which verse of John chapter 12?
yellow 1,
This is the Christ. John chapter 7, verse 41. An angel spake to him. John chapter 12, verse 29.
We have an unauthorized response. Yellow 1 was called, correct? And that was on the same team. And so it's half the point value. And the question's closed. So we're just counting incorrect. Time out for Ohio. So that was counted incorrect on that answer. That's what it amounts to. 14. It's a two-part question worth 20 points. Question, which verse of study mentions what parcel?
red 2,
Interruption.
what parcel of ground? John chapter 4, verse 5. So the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph.
That is correct. Question 15 is a three-part question worth 20 points. Question, she fell down at his feet. As found in the same verse that records these words, what words precede?
yellow 2,
Interruption.
What words precede these words? What words follow these words? And what is this verse? And when Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him, saying, unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. This is John chapter 11, verse 32.
That is correct. Question 16 is worth 20 points. Question, what is said about whosoever drinketh of the water that I?
yellow 2,
Interruption.
Shall give him in John chapter 4, verse 14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life.
That is correct. Question 17 is a quotation question worth 20 points. Question. The porter openeth.
Red, 1.
Interruption.
Quote the verse of our study that contains these words. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out.
That is correct. Question 18 is a cross-reference quotation question worth 30 points. Question. Quote the verses of study that contain the word vine.
Red, 2.
I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me you can do nothing.
Time.
That is incorrect. Question 19 is a cross-reference quotation question worth 30 points. Question. Two verses of study conclude with the words, feed my sheep. Quote.
Yellow, 2.
Interruption.
Quote these verses. So when they had dined, Jesus saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
Time.
You read for Ohio without interruption. Question. Two verses of study conclude with the words, feed my sheep. Quote these verses.
Red, 2.
He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest I love thee. Jesus saith, Feed my sheep.
That is incorrect. Time out for Washington. All right, time in for question 20. It's a 5-part question worth 30 points. Question. As found in verses 41, 42, and 43 of John chapter 11, they took away what from what, and who lifted up what, and said what?
Red, 1.
They took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. Jesus lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me also because of the people which stand by. I said that they may believe that thou hast sent me.
That is correct.
Contest.
Oh, contestant, sorry, Washington. 60 seconds to